The shadow knows for sure. Did you know what your shadow is?
It is 10:30. Yay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Yay. Good morning. I know. I feel like a broken record. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Well, welcome. I'm Reverend Tamara, and I'd like to welcome everybody on Zoom. Thank you for coming today. I know it's a little gray out there, so it's always one of those days to get outside and moving. I know for myself, anyways. But we're going to kick off our morning like we normally do with our musician, and welcome Heidi McCurdy.
Yeah, you'll pick it up quickly anyways too. You probably know it already. Gifts of the Spirit. These are the gifts of the Spirit.
gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the Spirit? Love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive love, joy? Are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the Spirit. Love, the gifts of the Spirit. I am to receive all the gifts of the Spirit. Love, the gifts of the Spirit. I am to receive love, joy.
I am ready, oh, ready to receive. These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. The gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. All the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. The gifts of the Spirit, I am ready to receive. Compassion, I am ready. Forgiveness, I am ready, ready. Passion, I am ready, ready to receive. Sorry, lost my brain there. I am ready to receive. Oh yeah, I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. Sometimes your brain gets into the music and then forget to follow the instructions.
Well, it just shows your passion for the music, Heidi. It shows that for sure. Well, again, good morning. I'm Reverend Tamara, and I'd like to welcome you. And also, if you're new, make sure you get a welcome package from Sandy. Where are you? Oh, she's in the back in a purple sweater today. Ah! And she'll give you a package that gives an outline of the Center for Spiritual Living White Rock. And I'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge this morning that we gather on these unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, this including Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwantlen nations. And I do this in the morning on Sundays just to acknowledge because I want to honor their enduring relationships with the land and give thanks for the care that they've given to these lands and the waters. And I hope that this acknowledgement moves us toward right relationships, listening, and a shared responsibility for Mother Earth. Here at CSL White Rock, we hold a vision of a loving, vibrant world that works for all. And we are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love hopefully lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind and spirit empowers you. We believe that you are the architect of your life, and it's never too late to know true happiness. As our teaching is grounded in the science of mind, reminding you that it's a spiritual philosophy that honors all the universal truths found in a lot of faith, all different faith traditions. And we know that each of us is a unique expression of the divine, and we're here to awaken to that truth, to live from the inside out. We're going to be talking a bit more about that today, living from the inside out, to be peace, to be love, and to always bring our highest selves forwards. So wherever you are on your own journey, we are welcome here at Centers for Spiritual Living White Rock. So this morning, we have the pleasure to introduce Liv, one of our spiritual practitioners, to do a meditation for us today.
Good morning, lovely folks of CSL White Rock. I am Liv Daniel, one of the practitioners. Good morning to our Zoom community as well. I am about to lead you into meditation, but I'd like to ask you to please silence your cell phones if you haven't done it yet. Okay, looks like everyone's turned their cell phone up. I'm going to read off of mine because I wrote you guys a lovely meditation. You notice what Reverend Tamara is going to talk about? What it does. I'm going to meditate on that a little bit. I invite you to close your eyes and settle into your seat. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Whatever you brought with you, I invite you to let it go and take this time to connect with yourself. And let us meditate on the impartiality of the garden. I invite you to imagine a fertile ground of your mind. Notice that this earth that you're standing on is powerful and it is indifferent. It doesn't choose anything for you, but it is prepared and it is very receptive. Picture this soil in your mind, this garden, this field, this plot. And just know that because this soil is so prepared and receptive, it will grow a weed as easily as a rose. And know that you have responsibility as a gardener of your own consciousness. And now imagine a seed in the palm of your hand. This seed is your intention. I invite you to play with this idea that the law that grows this seed is impartial. It doesn't care what seed you hold in your hand. It simply grows and multiplies what you plant. If you plant fear, it will grow. If you plant peace, it will flourish. So choose your energy of your desire with care and intention. Press this soil into the earth, the seed into the soil. Trust that the earth's power is working on your behalf. Just as the seed must break its shell to transform into something new, you are now releasing your intention into the system that must fulfill its nature. The soil is where all it happens. The soil is the science lab of the law. I invite you to water your seed with the rain of your steady, loving attention. And know that the law of growth doesn't need any strain, only that you return to this thought again and again with focus. Know that you are not making the plant grow. You are just maintaining the conditions that the plant needs to grow. Visualize the shoot, the little seed, as it's finally piercing the surface of the soil, trading the heavy, dark soil for the light above the surface. What was once hidden, this private thought, is now an undeniable physical reality. See your plant unfolding its leaves, a perfect mirror of the seed that you planted. And as you breathe, quietly affirm with me, I am the master of my mental garden. The law of my mind is exact and impartial. It returns to me precisely what I sow. Today, I choose to plant seeds of purpose, clarity, and peace, trusting that the same power that moves the stars is now moving my intention into manifest my reality. Breathe in and exhale. Namaste. Please welcome Heidi back.
Earlier this week, I went to a concert with Alexa Sunshine Rose, who I'm a big fan of. Some of you have heard me sing her songs. We are created by sound. She gives me life. I release control and surrender to the sound of love that will heal me. Anyways, she writes these beautiful healing chants. And then the next morning, I woke up with this song. This song came to me in my sleep after that experience. So I thought I would share that with you today. Presence I am. Presence, I am. Presence, I am. Repeat that with me. Presence, I am. Presence, I am. Then we can do some O's. Presence I am, I am. And you can do O on any note you like. Oh, presence I am, I am. We'll bring in some music. Presence I am. Presence I am. next? Joy, love, compassion. Joy. Joy, I am. Joy, I am. Joy, joy, I am. Joy, I am. Oh, joy. Oh, joy, I am. Joy, I am. Oh, joy. Joy, I am. Let's sing. Joy, we are. 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 Oh, joy. Joy, we are. Joy, we are. Oh, joy. Joy, we are. Joy, we are. One more, love, we are. 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 Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi. That is very beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. Just excuse me for a sec. This is one of those moments that's always so precious, where after the music happens, we get to open our hearts and let's just breathe together for a moment. Let's take one slow inhale. And then let's take a nice long exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. Right? After Heidi so beautifully opened our hearts, and then we just settle into it, back into the rhythm, into this one room, into this presence of love. So I'm going to set the tone now and give you a little, hopefully this teaching will catch on. In January, a lot of times, I know we're heading into February, a lot of the centers worldwide, we have 430 or 80, somewhere in there, over 400 centers across the world. And a lot of times they do this back to basics start at the beginning of the year. We started a little bit later, but it's a great reminder for new people or people who've been around for a while, and it gets us back all on the same page. So the first week, it is the thing itself. So Ernest Holmes, he used that phrase on purpose to differentiate what we mean by God, universe, from the God many of us grew up with. For some of us, the word God maybe comes with baggage, and maybe it's that distant being up there who maybe was judging us, testing us, maybe even withholding or keeping score. And some of us that worked for us, that type of divine essence, but some of us it didn't. So Holmes just invites us to step back from that old image and come to that essence of the divine. The thing itself is life itself. It is the presence, the intelligence, the love that is behind everything. It's not a cosmic referee. It's the very same isness we live within. It is always there with us. And then week 2, Reverend Terry was here last week, and he talked about the way it works. So that's basically cause and effect. There is a law in the universe, and it responds faithfully, consistency, like the soil that Liv talked about in her meditation. We plant the seed, and then like a mirror, it reflects back to us what's in front of us. It doesn't judge, it doesn't punish, it just reflects whatever's impressed upon it through our habitual thoughts, through our beliefs, and our emotional platforms and our patterns. And the thing is, that's empowering. So we know that our thoughts have an effect on the way that we live our life. And it also can be slightly inconvenient because it means that we're not spectators in our life. We're here to choose what it is that we want. So this is where we are today. We're in week 3, what it does. So here's a principle, and that I want you to kind of get under your feet today, that we are immersed in an infinite intelligence, but that intelligence needs an outlet before it can reveal itself fully in our lives. So all inventions, arts, literature, wisdom, anything that blesses humanity comes through someone who became available to a deeper insight of that divine presence. And it wasn't because Spirit plays favorites, but because Spirit moves through open channels. So here's the shift. The potential of all things exists within the mind of the divine, and we draw from that potential through the channel of our own minds. And then there's this line that is both comforting and challenging. I find it challenging sometimes. Spirit can only give us what we can take in. Spirit only gives us what we can take in. Not because love is limited, but because our receptivity can. Our receptivity can. So our work is not pleading with the divine or God or the universe, whatever you like to call it. Our work is expanding our capacity to receive what life is already giving us. And I'll say it with love, if you want different results, you don't need a new universe. We just need a new level of availability. A new level of availability. So last month, Rhonda was doing a book club, and it was based on braiding sweetgrass. And it was the book of the month for the Centers for Spiritual Living. And there's a story in there that really hits with Liv's meditation and the idea of cause and effect. So there is a story in the book where there is an elder teaches something deceptively simple. When a plant is used respectively, it tends to stay and flourish. When it is ignored, it tends to disappear. So then there's an experiment with a twist. The plot was, they did 3 different plots of sweetgrass. So one plot was left alone, the control. One was that it was harvested and tended. So the plot that was left alone, the control, was one that struggled. This sweetgrass that wasn't harvested, engaged or tendered, got dull and brown. It got choked out. So the sweetgrass was basically saying to us, some things do not thrive on neglect. Some things don't thrive on neglect. Our peace doesn't, our relationships don't, our health, our creativity, and if you have a calling of any kind to express, that certainly doesn't as well. tend on neglect. And I know because we're human, we can get spiritual about neglect. We can call it surrender. We can call it trusting God. But sometimes in that avoidance, we step away from what is ours to do. Sweetgrass says, tend to it. And our spirit says, participate in it. Participate in it. So one of the things that we talk about is law. And if the law is always responding to us, then sometimes when we start thinking about things and we don't do it, we can drift along. I don't know if anybody's done that. I know I have. There's been an idea and I think, I don't know, can I do this? No, I don't think I can. Who am I to do this? So I kind of drift for a little bit. And then it makes plain to me that it's easy to miss the something in it if I keep saying I want more peace or I want to change, but I never say yes to something, or I never set a boundary, or I never tend to my spiritual practices, then I'm not in that place of receptivity. I'm drifting. And that drift, when I'm hanging out there, that is actually a choice I'm making, and it's a result I get. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So if I say, I'll give another example. If I say I want a healthier body, but I don't go to the grocery store and get some healthy food, or I don't go and take a walk, or I don't drink that extra glass of water, again, I'm not following the impulse of what Spirit is giving me. I'm ignoring that and not following through. But it's a reminder that those ideas drop into us, and then it's up to us to practice it. The law never punishes us. It just always reflects back to us. So today, we choose that we want to be on purpose. And we're going to choose with 3 words that become a practice. So the 3 words I'm going to talk about today are imagine, accept, and magnetize. So imagine what becomes possible when we stop settling. Settling can be a little bit sneaky. It rarely looks like giving up, but settling often calls itself being realistic. Or it looks like, I'm fine, it's all good. Or it looks like, I don't want to get my hopes up because the other shoe will drop. Or it looks like, it's probably too late for me to do that. Right? So, but I love that the idea that imagination is not fantasy. Imagination is how Spirit shows us the next version of our life. Have you all heard the Mary Oliver quote? What is it that you plan to do with your one wild, precious life? Right? So that can be a little bit edgy sometimes thinking about that, is where have we been negotiating with our smallness, not living to that place, that higher level of ourselves. And it's not, thinking of not humility, smallness. That part says that it's that part that we're thinking about is that part that it says, this is as good as it gets. But that's not the truth. It is up to each of us to pick an area of our life and shift it if we'd like. We can pick an area of, say, maybe health, connection, creativity, supply, peace of mind, and ask yourself, what is the next 10% or even 1% I'm willing to imagine here? So in that area that you pick, what is something that you're willing to imagine that's bigger than what you already have? So then, once we do that, and 2, the temptation might be to imagine maybe 200%, to go really, really big. But stop yourself and just do 10%. Because we're not here to pressure ourselves. Does anybody do that? We start getting an idea and then we think we should do this, and then it's going to be this great big thing. And then, I don't know about you, but I do. I go do the proverbial, oh, it's too much. So I stop and I don't do any of it. Like cleaning my closet. But, you know, it can be just something small like that, but it could be something bigger too. It could be, you know, moving through. Right now we have 6 beautiful individuals walking the path of practitioner training, right? They've said yes, they've imagined that 10% of shifting their life in a different way, and they've stepped into it. So then we move into accept. So we've imagined we've got an extra 10% of something that we're willing to start wanting to shift in our life. And then we accept it as a seed. Like Liv said, putting that seed in your hand. So not a fantasy. But this is where we can get wobbly. We imagine that's something good. And then I don't know about you, but human nature sometimes is we shut it down with logic, fear, or good old conditioning. So acceptance is the inner act that says, this is not a pipe dream. This is a seed, and there is life in it. And I'm willing to become the good soil that Liv talked about, that soil that we planted in. And then this is where spirit comes in, because spirit gives us what we can take. So our work is to stop blocking the flow with old beliefs that we might have, like, oh, it can't happen for me. I'm too old. Maybe that's selfish. Maybe it's unsafe, or it's too late. Ugh, the other one, I don't deserve it, right? But acceptance, if we turn it around, it can sound like, I'm available for good. I stop reacting. I stop rejecting what I prayed for. I stop rejecting what I prayed for. I can hold more love, more support, and more supply. I don't have to see the whole path, just the next step. Right? We don't have to see that whole path. We just need to see that next step. So the question isn't, will the universe give it to me? The question is, am I willing to receive? Am I willing to accept what is trying to arrive in my life? So we've imagined it, we've planted the seed, we're accepting it, and now we're gonna magnetize it. And magnetize it is by living in alignment. This goes back to the sweetgrass, by daily tending it, by consistent practice. Magnetize isn't forcing, it isn't hustling. Magnetizing is congruent. We stop speaking against that dream. We stop feeding that old story. But I tell you, somebody asked me a question the other day, or I think somebody asked me the question. I had this whole story about myself. And they said, Tamara, who would you be without that story? And I was like, oh, who would I be? And then, right, because those old stories keep us in that place of being comfortable, in that place of, it's okay, I don't need any more. But now it's the time to move out of those old stories and move into the next right action. And this is where if you've been around the center for a while, you've probably heard the saying that we have, treat and move our feet. So we here do a spiritual mind treatment. It's a type of affirmative prayer. But then it's taking the action of what goes next. So we align consciousness, we do our affirmative prayer with clarity, and then we embody what it is that we want. And we take action that matches that prayer. Treat for prosperity, then send an invoice. Apply, ask, and stop undercharging for your services. Or you want to treat for healing, and then book an appointment to see the doctor. Go take a walk. Drink the water. Maybe go to bed early. Or maybe you want to treat for love. Maybe it's time to tell the truth with kindness Maybe it's time to repair a relationship. Maybe it's time to show up differently, but practicing the presence that we all can be in a relationship. So our spiritual mind treatment opens the channel for spirit to come in, and moving our feet proves that we believe in it. And again, it reminds us what we tend thrives. So I kind of want to widen the circle here too as well about, because we're not just doing personal manifestation here, we're doing a collective love. Our affirmation for the week is, I'm creating a world that works for every living thing. If you want to, I invite you to say it with me. I am creating a world that works for every living thing. Let's do that one more time. I am creating a world that works for every living thing. Right? And this isn't just poetry or an affirmation. This is a decision. It's a way of thinking, a way of choosing and relating and living. So I wanted to give you a process to really think about this creative process of imagination and accepting and moving. So I'm going to have Liv and Diane hand you all a piece of aluminum foil. I know. We don't normally do arts and crafts, so this is a little different Sunday, but I just thought it would do something, because sometimes we hear these things and we do these things and we need to embody it. Thank you, my helpers. Oh my goodness, you guys are great. All right. Let's say everybody has all their foil. So now what I want you to do is make it into a shape. Make it into any kind of shape that you want. All right, now we all have the same substance, but make something, anything that you want. All right. Okay, who made a hat? Anybody? You made a hat? All right, did anybody make, what else did anybody make? A flower. Who made a flower? All right. What else did we make? What did you hold up, Bob? Oh, look at a heart. Oh, I love it. Lyndon made of course, a fish. I know he loves to fish, right? That's the thing. We all had the same substance, but we can make whatever we want out of it, right? It's all a different expression of the one mind. Now, I want you to change it. Yeah, I want you to make it a little more elaborate. Maybe one improvement, one next step. Just make one little shift. All right, so now my hat is turned into a little Christmas hat. I don't know, maybe. Not the dunce hat now. Now I have the little elf hat. What else what else? Hold up your design. What did you make? A dancer. Oh my goodness. Wow. A bow? A sea creature. Excellent. What have you got there back? Oh, Trisha made a diamond. Beautiful. What else have we got out there? A bowl for your abundance. Oh, nice. A book. Good. And what did you make, Michael? A rubber duck. Wow. Right? Look at Jill's bow. Oh, look at she's got a little bow tie. Lovely. Oh, you turned your chewing gum into a sofa. Well, that is very creative. Oh, I love that. But what just happened is the creative process. We all had the same thing, and yet our imagination allowed us to make something out of it that was called through us. And then once we had that, we participated and we followed our impulse and we made something else. Right? You accepted that impulse. You magnetized it by moving your hands, by participating in the creation. And here's the main point of this. This foil didn't change. You did. You changed, not the foil. And that is when we use trained thought. When we think about it, it's a conscious co-creation. So this week, it's about using the teaching. It's about stepping into our spiritual practice, whatever that may be. It's about taking whatever is next for you to uplift your own life. Because that's how spirit works. It works through you. It needs that channel to express. And each one of you are an open channel, an expression of that divine essence that is always available. And I know sometimes I forget that it's available. I stop my spiritual practice, and guess what? My life goes a little sideways. My life I can get sick. Whoops, I just outed myself, didn't I? Right? Or things in my life will just take a turn. And then I know, okay, Tamara, it's time to get back. Whether it's meditation, whether it's journaling, definitely prayer works, right? Whatever it is for you. And that's the thing with this teaching. It's so beautiful that we're always open at the top. That life expands. It is, the teaching here, the science of mind, is a wonderful, fabulous teaching, and it has lots of great tools. And yet, each of us can use it in a way that works for us. And whether you practice a different religion or you practice different beliefs, it doesn't matter. It can still work. And it's just where you want to take it in and experience through it. A couple weeks ago, we gave out, because we're doing this Science of Mind and Spirit, the first 4 chapters, one of our main ministers, Edward Viljoen, he wrote a little booklet. And it's called Science of Mind and Spirit for Beginners, First Chapters in Simplified Prose. So if you didn't get one and would like one, I have a few more copies. So come see me after the talk and you can get one. Because it'll explain exactly what I'm talking about in the 3 talks that we've done so far. So I want to leave you with this. Love is the divine givingness of God. It's spontaneous. It is equal towards all. The way love's power works is called the law. The law is the way love works. So we see that life has 2 fundamental characteristics: the love of God or Spirit, and the law through which it operates, the way it works. Love points the way, and law makes it possible. So with that, let us take a moment to center back in, and knowing the truth that there is one life, one love, one presence, that it is moving in, through, and as each person here. This presence lives as me, it lives as everyone. So I know today that I am available. I imagine that next right step, that expansion. I accept that seed of thought, I plant it, and I allow it to grow. Then I magnetize it by tending it through alignment and right action. As I know I am creating a world that works for every living thing, starting right here with myself. I'm so grateful for this time together, so grateful for this teaching and knowing this truth. So I let these words flow into that law of mind that always responds back, whatever it is sown into it. And so it is. Thank you. Now, Heidi's going to open up our hearts a little more.
I love the talk so much, and I would like to change my song. So, because I wrote a song about that. So I'm just going to grab a couple things from my I may forget some of the words because I didn't plan that one for this week, but it just feels right. So, yeah, this song is called Vessel, and I wrote it, and since you mentioned vessel, as a way to kind of help open the channel of receptivity to receive that divine flow, the inspiration, the guidance, and say yes to it. So here we go. In my voice, in my body, in my soul a resonance, in my voice, in my heartbeat, in my song a medicine. Don't get don't. Sorry, I didn't prepare. My breath, in my body, in my voice a resonance. Feel free to pick up any parts if you like. In my soul, in my heartbeat, in my song a medicine. Let me be a vessel. 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 Dum dat, a die and that, a die and that, a die and oh yeah. Dum dat, a die and that, a die and that, a die and oh day. Dum dat, a die and that, a die and that, a die and oh yeah. Dum dat, a die and that, a die and that, a die and oh day. Song that flows through. I receive you. I open to the song that flows through. In my heart, in my body, in my voice a resonance. In my soul, in my heartbeat, in my song a medicine. Let me be a vessel. In my breath, in my body, let me be a vessel. In my voice a resonance. Let me be a vessel. In my soul, in my heartbeat, let me be my song a medicine. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a voice of medicine. Let me be a voice in my heart. Let me be in my song of medicine. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a song that flows through. I receive you. I open to the song that flows through. Song that flows through. I receive you. I open to the song that flows through. Thank you.
That was absolutely beautiful, Heidi. Thank you. I am a vessel. Wow, I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, beautiful people. Happy Sunday. It's so wonderful to see your beautiful faces and the bright lights in each one of your eyes. Thank you for being here today. My name is Jill Ingalls, and I'm one of the practitioners here, and I get to do announcements today. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. And I'm happy to bring Rhonda forward so she can do her very own announcement.
That's fine. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Rhonda. So I didn't get my information to Jill about the book club, so that's why I'm up here. So February's book that I have selected, what I did was I did a search on my phone looking for a book about peace in unpeaceful times, because I wanted something that was peaceful. So I got several options that popped up, and the one that grabbed my attention was this book called Finding Peace in the Wilderness, A Journey to a Simpler Life. This one really caught my attention because she is a Canadian author. She lived in Montreal in a busy, hectic life, and she ended up meeting a fellow. They got married, and they moved to a 600 square foot cabin in northern Ontario. So this is her story about where she shares her life of hardship, breathtaking beauty, and a spiritual awakening fueled by her faith in God. Rich with humor, resilience, and awe for nature, Finding Peace in the Wilderness is a powerful testament to the human spirit and to the idea that it's never too late to find home. So I have actually not even read this book. I'm just jumping in going, I hope it's going to be good. So I ordered a couple of copies. I know some people aren't. This book is only available on Amazon that I found out, okay? I did call my local stores to try and order it through a local store. It was not available. So I ordered it on Amazon. I do have a couple of copies that if anybody does not have an Amazon account or whatever, you can get it from me. It's $24.50. I'm also open to just a donation, or if I'm able to give one away for nothing. So just let me know. There's going to be a couple of them here that will be available. And yeah, join us. We were going to meet on the last Monday of the month, which is February 23rd, I think, 7 o'clock on Zoom to discuss the book. And I also just started a Facebook page as well for the people in the book club so that we can maybe share things throughout the week. I love reading. And I am a self-published author myself, so this one really resonates with me to support this Canadian author. And that's it. Thank you. That was probably too long.
It was absolutely perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. So today I'm so excited because it's sound bath. We are having a sound bath today after the gathering. I think we're going to start about 12:30 with Heidi. So it'll be wonderful. Haven't had that experience before. I'm going to roll out my mat and I'm going to be into that. It'll be wonderful. If you have not got a mat, you're more than welcome to sit in a chair, $25, and it'll be very, very good. The next one is, there's no slide for this, 31-day Prosperous Me journey is wrapped up. It was an amazing experience for me and a few other people, and our last gathering will be with Reverend Michelle and Reverend Tamara on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. So if you'd like to join us, please do on Zoom. And Coffee with Reverend Tamara is this Thursday, February 5th at 11 a.m. at Leon's Cafe. I think everybody kind of knows where that is. If not, just let me know. And the following Sunday, that's next Sunday, it's Sunday Conversation. And that'll be with Reverend Tamara and practitioner Diane and myself. So we're going to be open to discussion covering the first 4 chapters of Science of Mind. If you'd like to join in, or if the discussion goes somewhere else, just ride along with us. You are more than welcome to join us. That's also for our Zoom people as well. And then, of course, we have evening sacred service with practitioner Liv. That's going to be next Tuesday night on February 10th from 7 to 8:30, once again on Zoom. This is a beautiful time to connect, learn more about spiritual practice, your own and principle, and you've got a beautiful person leading you with it, with Liv at the head. Okay. Oh, and you know what this month is? It's membership month. So this is an exciting time. The month of February will be when you can renew your membership. You can do that a few different ways. You can go online and renew it. I believe it's $20. Or you can just, yes, Diane can take money, but if you don't even do that, you can grab an envelope, put your name on it, and Nancy will get it, and she'll just add you to our membership list. There might be one, and online we have it. I think that's it for that piece. However, we also have a very special event coming up for our new members that aren't our members yet, that are new to the center. So on, I believe it is March 1st, we're going to have a new membership workshop with Reverend Tamara, and that'll be after the service. That'll be on Zoom and in person. So that'd be a wonderful opportunity to jump on and see what this place is all about if you're not already a member. So welcome to Membership Month, right? Perfect. So what else have we got? Oh, yes, and then on March 20, at the end of March, the last Sunday in March is our AGM. So you'll be wonderful new members, old members, and we'll all be together and we'll have this wonderful session together. And you have to be a member to vote, so be sure to sign up for your membership. And I just want to do a reminder. We've got the weekly reminders that go on. We don't say it every week, but I just want to remind people that we have meditation online and in person every Sunday at 10 a.m. The in-person one, of course, is here. And on Tuesday morning, join Reverend Tamara online at 8 a.m. Once again, these are all on our website. You can sign up for them, find the Zoom link there. It's a very nice thing to do, meditate. Ongoing fundraiser. If you aren't aware of this, we have a fundraising for CSL White Rock. Return your bottles and cans to a Return It Express bottle depot in a visible plastic bag. And what you do is you contact admin, or you can get this actually from any of us, and you'll put a phone number on the bag, and presto, bingo, bango, the money goes
to us, the CSL White Rock. It's a great thing. I can't remember how much it is. What is it, Nancy, we collected last year? Was it a couple of $100 or something like that? Just from you dropping off your garbage. So, I mean, it's great. So the last one is our Nature's Fair receipts. So we collect your Nature's Fair receipts and they give us back 3% of the net sales. And that's also, and you can, there's a basket at the back by Sandy and you can drop that off there and we'll make more money just doing that. And you know what? I think that's it, isn't it? Good. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, everybody.
I'm back because it is now time for our offertory. As we give today, we recognize that giving is a spiritual act. It's an affirmation of your abundance and trust in the infinite flow of life. What we offer circulates, it multiplies, and it returns through the law, blessing this ministry and each and every lives. We give freely, joyfully, and gratefully, knowing there is more than enough for everyone. So we invite you to give you as you feel moved, because your generosity supports this spiritual community and all the work that we do with love. Thank you for being part of this flow. And now, if it feels right, I invite you to take your gift, hold it to your heart, and bless it, knowing that it returns to you multiplied as peace, joy, and abundant good. And now I invite you to gently bring to your mind a specific good that you desire in your life. Something meaningful, something real. See it clearly and feel into it. And envision a specific good for this center. See this good thrive, see it serve, see it filled with joy and loving people, and know that this good is already on its way. And I invite you to affirm with me. I think we have a slide for this. With a grateful heart, I share my good with this beloved community. As I give, love and abundance circulate through my life and through our center. We thrive together. I am blessed and I am a blessing, and so it is. And I would like to invite the ushers to come forward and begin to pass the basket, and Heidi to play us a song.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God, trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God, yeah. I surrender, I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender.
Thank you, Heidi. I invite all the practitioners that are present here today to come up. And I will read a joy blessing that I got here. The well of providence is deep. It's the buckets we bring to it that are small. Mary Webb said that. Thank you. A great reminder, an abundant universe. And with that note, I'd like to bless this gift, the givers and the receivers, and I bless this wonderful community. I know that these gifts make a difference in the lives touched, the hearts that are opened, and the vision for a world that works for all. Thank you very much for all that you give, and so it is. And I have with me, Reverend Tamara, would you like to say this part?
Sure.
Okay.
I can turn. You can stay here. We have our lovely practitioners here today. If you would like prayer in between time, they are here to serve you. So if you've never experienced the spiritual mind treatment, please approach one of them and they will chat with you and offer you prayer today. And it doesn't have to be for something that's going wrong in your life. It's maybe even something that you want to uplift just that little bit more. Prayer works in many different ways. And then, and with that, get everybody to stand for our closing affirmation. And repeat after me. There's something wonderful happening in me right now.
There's something wonderful is happening in me right now.
It's this thing called life. It's this thing called love. It's this thing called oneness. I know it. I feel it. I am it. And I express it. And so it is. And we'll finish off. Stay standing for Heidi's last song. Thank you, everyone.
Well, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am yes, I'm only here for God. Well, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Oh, beautiful, Heidi. Thank you. So please stay and experience a sound bath with Heidi afterwards. But grab a cup of tea. I think we have some cookies back there I saw. So please join us, and thank you, and thanks everybody on Zoom. Lovely to see everybody today. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'm sure if you have a question about the sound bath, Heidi will be happy to answer it.
I brought my singing bowls and other beautiful, soft, relaxing, resonant instruments to have some relaxation time to restore body, mind, soul, and spirit.
Yay, thank you.